Samadhi Pada, second sutra. After coming through the discipline of yoga, we come to the second sutra of Patanjali, the father of yoga. Here brings us to the chitta, the mind, the vritti, the impressions, and its elimination. And he says it, yoga is elimination of impressions of the mind in a very compact form, which is called the Sutra. Yoga chitta vritti Nirodha. Yoga is elimination of impressions of the mind. Yoga, this is very mindful definition of yoga, as various scriptures define yoga in different ways. But Patanjali here is bringing us a very mindful definition, and this is chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta, when we say we see a lake in the form of chitta, and chitta is the complete lake, the surface, the middle portion, and the underlying. The whole lake is observed as the chitta, and the mind is very important to understand, that the whole mind stuff is in this mind and the lake. So when whatever falls, it falls on the surface, and there is always a repulsive reaction. Suppose a stone is thrown on a lake, there is a repulsive reaction of the lake, and this creates a wave in the lake. Imagine there is a quiet lake and a child throws a stone, and all of a sudden as soon as this stone touches the surface of the lake, it produces a opposite reaction. So in the same way, whenever anything happens to us, it produces a wave-like structure or round structure, a vritti. It's a circular form of impression, which is automatically generated, which is already fed in us, and it creates that repulsive behavior from the inside of the lake, and also it can be from the outside. So both can create an impression. An impression is the vritti. The vritti is this circular form or whirlpool type of thing that we can see in the rivers, this whirlpool that takes us down inside. That is, or you can see it goes outside. Its nature is to go outside. So the vrittis are basically something falls, and all of a sudden there is this vrittis, and they are forming this circular structure and goes out. So the whole yoga system is created according to Patanjali and created by the father of yoga, is to eliminate the impression of the mind. How we can eliminate? The whole process of the yogi is to keep this impression as much as calm as possible. In this life, it's very difficult completely, if we can completely eliminate, that is the Samadhi which comes through the practice of yoga. But here, when we can calm down these impressions as much as possible to this repulsive behavior that any impression causes, and to somehow eliminate this in our life, is the process of yoga. And this is what Patanjali says, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Everything goes to the senses directs it to the organ, and it is not just the eyes that sees, but it is also the organ that helps the eyes to see, and there is something in the middle which is called the mind, which helps, which connects. So there is a third thing which is the mind, which helps to connect the object and the organ inside us. So this, the whole content of the mind is the chitta, and it's very important to understand the chitta through the process of yoga. By living in our own life, we have to be constantly observing this and trying to calm down in normal life process. Whatever we do in our daily life, we can eliminate, we can try to calm this process through various practices. This is the second sutra, and we will try to bring further information in the next coming up in the next other times. Namaste.